As the US election season heats up, speculation has turned to the next big announcement: who will be Trump's vice president? And more importantly, who would want to be?
It's the most important election of our lifetime. Take 5. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump and TBC. Trump's former VP, Mike Pence, has opted to sit this one out after some constructive feedback from a Trump voters focus group. So, who's on the shortlist to hang with Trump this time? Meet Marjorie Taylor Greene, Congresswoman from Georgia. She's best known in the US for showing a picture of Hunter Biden's genitals during a hearing and blaming the 2018 Californian wildfires on
Jewish space lasers.
MTG is Trump's biggest defender in Congress and could boost his support amongst the laser-skeptical crowd.
Tell us about Jewish space. No, why don't you go talk about Jewish space lasers, and really, why don't you
Next up is Kristi Noem, Governor of South Dakota, a former beauty pageant queen who recently made headlines for that time she killed the family dog and goat with a shotgun.
They're calling her the Jeffrey Dahmer of dogs.
That should get your heart racing.
Then there's Tim Scott, Senator from South Carolina, a 58-year-old evangelical and Trump fanboy who famously described himself as an adult virgin. He suddenly got himself a fiancée, with many noting it happened right around the time his name entered the Veep ring.
I just love you.
No, that's good.
Wild card entry.
Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat, could be the surprise Trump card. She lost the presidential primary to Biden in 2020, quit the Democratic Party 2 years later, and could be Trump's new way of showing he can make nice with the other side.
I'm not chasing any titles. I'm not chasing any jobs.
And rounding up the pack is Tucker Carlson, the former Fox News anchor who now hosts a show on Twitter/X.
Imagine forcing yourself to tell lies all day about everything.
Tucker has a massive following, which might be why Don Jr. said the option was on the table, giving Tucker an even bigger platform to ask the big questions.
How did we wind up with a country in which feminists do science?
So will it be one of this lot, or someone even more unlikely?
Crooked Hillary, crooked Hillary. It could be Crazy Bernie, that could be.
Well, here to cast the deciding vote in our Senate, that's a VP thing, it's Steve Clemons. Steve, given Trump's last vice president was hunted by a mob wanting to hang him, why would any of these people want the job?
Well, great to see you. You know, it comes with a car and driver, a plane, a nice house, a meal plan, a budget for parties.
Okay.
I mean, who wouldn't want that job?
Yeah, sounding good.
Well, Trump is currently a defendant in multiple trials. So will his VP announcement come right as he needs to distract everyone from, say, an unfavourable verdict?
Of course. I mean, we're watching a reality TV show. This is like, you know, The Apprentice, but much, much bigger. Of course he will do this he will make the announcement seem like a race, and he will use the news to cover up stuff he doesn't want people to pay attention to.
Big Donald Trump, he's a 77-year-old. This is his stats. He's 77. He also doesn't believe in exercise, and he mainly eats KFC and McDonald's. Does he even need a VP? Surely he's going to live forever.
You know, the life expectancy of white males is 76.3 years old in the United States. I don't know what it is in Australia, probably more. Donald Trump's going to be 78 in a few weeks. Joe Biden is 81 now. So you got to look at who the VPs are. I mean, you've got to just VPs matter. Whether it's polite company or not. So of course it matters. But don't knock McDonald's.
Okay, I went too far.
Sorry,
I apologise.
Are you a brand ambassador,
Yeah.
Steve? Like, where did that come from? Don't worry about it. Hey, given the field and given it's just a bit chaotic, who's it going to be? Are you prepared to put your name to someone?
Well, look, I told you folks before I thought it was going to be Tim Scott. Tim Scott is a guy from the South. South Carolina happens to be black. He's going to take a bite out of Biden's vote of black supporters if he's there. But look, tomorrow I might tell you it's Elise Stefanik. The next day I might tell you it's J.D. Vance. But if it were to be picked tonight, it'd be Tim Scott. But ask me tomorrow, I'll give you another name.
Is it possible there's someone else we haven't even thought of?
Absolutely. You know, it could be somebody who takes good care of puppies.
Rosie O'Donnell. Well, Steve, it's going to be a wild ride until November. Thanks for joining us, and go and grab a cheesy while you're at it.
Good to be with all of you.